Ridgeside Canine House Pest to work dogs, obedience to protection. Coming to you from the kennel. I'm going to show you how we introduce two very large, very strong dogs to the pad. Both these dogs are here for aggression control. Okay, both these dogs with their owner are lunging, snapping, spinning, dragging, the whole 9 yards. So the owner's been removed. I've had the dogs for about 48 hours right now. In the last 48 hours, we have done nothing but walk together. That's it. No talking, no control, no obedience, no anything other than a walk 5 times a day, and that's it. But they do understand that on the leash, I do have control, okay? So they've been accustomed to leash going on, leash going off. The first day was slip lead. After the first day, they allowed me to manipulate the pinch collar and get that on. So that's where we are now. So I'm gonna bring them out, show the pad. You're not gonna hear me talk to them. I'm not gonna say any commands. I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm gonna let the leash dictate position. I'm gonna say nothing. This is an absolute contrast to how I did the German Shepherd on e-collar introduction, because right now they will not let me put an e-collar on, okay? So we have to move forward, continue to train, build trust, build a relationship, all that good stuff, but I need to start shaping new behavior, not free shaping, physically shaping behavior through pressure of the leash, through physical touch. It'll all make sense to me, don't worry. So that's it. I'm gonna offer food to them as a reward. I have some dehydrated raw liver in my pocket. I'm gonna offer that as a marker, okay, to reinforce the behavior. But they may or may not take it because that's the mind state they're in right now. So in this case, you're not gonna hear me verbally mark anything. I'm gonna be dead silent with the dog. But when he complies with desired task, you will see me release all pressure on the leash and present a food article. And this will all transfer later. Let's get it going. Okay guys, so once I take this dog out, I'm gonna be very quiet with the dog, all right? You're gonna see me very much focusing on the dog. Quiet, a lot of body posture, positioning going on. The chance of these dogs accidentally, and I say that with quotes because there's no such thing as an accidental bite, the chance of these dogs tagging me is very high. However, the chance of them escaping first is even higher. So I would never do this drill with reactive dogs in a very confined area like a shaping box or a corner where the dog couldn't escape and we could keep them wrangled right there, because then they will switch to that, you know, protective must bite and escape mentality, and I want to avoid that. So if I'm working on a thing like this with a reactive dog, I'm going to always give the dog at least 3 avenues to escape before coming at me with aggression. And most of the time, that's a very good idea, trust me. If the dog is dominantly aggressive, i.e. they will bring it, totally different setup, guys. We need back poles, we need pulleys, we have things to hook leashes on right here so that I can make a line in the sand departure, the dog can't get to me, bite suits, protect, all this different stuff comes into play. That's not the case for these dogs, all right? They are fearfully aggressive and will bite to, you know, force you back, but their whole objective is to get the hell out of there. So I'm going to give them a way to escape first, if that makes any sense. All right, guys, for the next little bit here, I'm going to talk on a microphone over this. This video is being fast forwarded at 2.5 times speed. It would just be too long if I continued to play it through here. So I'm totally quiet during this process. I don't speak to the dog at all. I try to offer the dog food right there. The dog refuses the food. This is pretty normal right now for dogs like this. We've already bonded a little bit through walking. The power of a walk is often overlooked, man. Getting out and exploring with a dog is often overlooked. Now, if you watch a dog close during this, you're going to see he yawns a lot. The yawn is obviously stress. You're going to see that he'll lick his lips a lot. This is obviously stress. But he is taking affection, taking touch, and he is responding with, you know, showing that he's accepting. Right there, boom, that was awesome. Put his paw up, that was engagement. I like that. We just work on, work off, work on, work off, and then we exit the pad and go straight outside for a walk. Right about there. And this is the more confident one right here. We're going to go to his brother now, same parents, different litter, and get this one out. He's way less confident and way more reactive. So this shows you guys, we spent the first, I repeat, 24 hours walking on a slip lead. The second 24 hours just walking, and now at start of day 3, we're able to actually get some pretty good, very first exposure training, shaping, him allowing me to make corrections, physically guiding the dog, shaping into position. I mean, it's actually really, really good. That one, hopefully it's the same for this one, on the very first exposure, guys. But that's the benefit of not rushing it, all right? That's the benefit of, we've had about 15 walks together so far. So he's learned that I mean, you know, good things. There's no reason to fear me, but it's not right off the bat, pressure on, drag to a pad, pressure off, right? This behavior with the wrong dog, or this training with the wrong dog, can really end up in some hospital visits. But works very good for these guys. We do this all the time. So now we're going to get out the more reactive and fearful one. Remember, everything starts at the gate, right? Good. Nah, boy. So I need to establish control right here at the door. Now I know you're going to say, why'd he rush out? Because I let him. I don't have time to fool with that right now. All right, guys. So here we're going back to dog number 2. This is the brother. Same mom and dad, different litter. You can see this dog's much more apprehensive about going on the pad. I've got to physically shape. I've got to use. Now these pinch collars are put on by the owners. I like pinch collars. I don't have a problem with them, but I'm only going to use it until I can get an e-collar on the dog and start going that route. It's actually going to have much less conflict and much less friction using an e-collar correctly with these dogs than it will using a pinch. Plus, they can tune the pinch out. So, again, look at the body language here compared to his brother, guys. Way more nervous, way more apprehensive. You can see the tail. It's by no means tucked right now, but it ain't out. And it's just on the verge of him tucking it up under there. He didn't want to go left or right. The pad's a rectangular shape, so I quick made an adjustment and brought him from the other side up so you have a little bit longer. And right here, I'm just reinforcing. You see him panting, right? He wasn't panting prior. This, again, it's on nerves. Big yawn right there, nervous. Again, this is actually good. This is neutrality to that right there. I really like it. I'll let him lay there all day. And I finally get him to make a left turn right there. Prior to that, he wouldn't make a left turn. Bring him back on, reinforce. Okay, that was important. You see his head dip right there, and I stopped and went back. His head dip, that tells me like he's real stressed and he's about to do something stupid. So I pulled back up. He relaxed. Watch the leash, guys. There's pressure on, pressure off. It's very important. There's a lot going on with the leash right now. We communicate through the leash, and that's very important to understand. This is where a lot of videos, people get confused because they can't tell the nuances of what a trainer is doing. I was saying something right there, basically that how quiet the kennel is. They're quiet because they don't really like this dog because he acts a little bit unstable. So again, a little bit of reinforcement, and we go outside and go for a walk. So we train, walk, train, walk, train, walk. Let the dog process that. There, I really liked it. A lot of reinforcement, a lot of pets, and we go outside. We couldn't ask for a better first exposure. I'm telling you, all my life, this is the first exposure to all this. This is a normal level of success right now if you take your time. Don't put a time stamp on training. Both these dogs came. The owners can mark up here and call me a liar. I know they're both on Facebook with a lot of reactive issues. I was told, be very careful. The dog most likely will bite you. It's all good. We deal with those dogs all the time. I had no fear of these dogs biting me right now because I've already walked them both about 15 times each, okay, over the last 48 hours. But this is exposure to a controlled exercise, being physically shaped by me, being lured by my hand, and being maintained by my presence with no talking, all right? Remember that. All my clients can tell you, I always say, stop talking. You talk too much. You seriously talk too much. You can shape, lure, mold through presence and make it much more clear to the dog the behavior you want in the beginning. I'm not saying commands don't come long term, but in the beginning, than anything about, here, full shape, sit, no, stop, hey, sit, suit, place, hey, place, pow, 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 shape, 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 shape. The dog's like, holy crap. What the hell is going on? I'm getting whacked by stem, pulled by a leash, yelled at in a language I don't understand all over this pad. Well, this pad must be a really bad place to be, right? Ridgeside K9, you got a special dog, we're a special place, house pets to working dogs, obedience to protection. Let us know how we can help you.